Hi, welcome to the Film Pigs on GeekNation, the only show on the internet about the movies that dares to ask hard-hitting questions like, who really gives a shit about Boba Fett? I really don't know why people care about that guy.
George Lucas can hear you.
He doesn't care anymore. He doesn't have any ownership on Boba Fett anymore. He's done.
He's a very vindictive man. Just don't ask me how I know this. I just know.
He's very generous,
I
too.
love Boba Fett. Favorite Fett.
Of all the Fets. He's the Fettiest of all the Fets.
He's a great Fett. He's a great Fett. George Lucas is very generous with his money. He gives it a lot to education. I am your host, Todd Anderson. I am here with fellow film pig, Steve Skelton. The other film pig, Steve Falk, isn't here because he's doing some kind of program.
He's got a job.
He's got some kind of job.
Who's on that program?
Some guy named Chris Gere.
That guy.
Oh,
you mean Chris Gere from After Earth?
Chris Gere from After Earth.
Oh, yeah.
Further down the credits, who's on that program?
Alan McLeod, who's been on this show.
Yeah, Alan, yeah, very funny.
Further down the credits? Maybe further up the credits.
No further down.
Okay.
I can tell by the size of his trailer.
You have a trailer?
I have a honey wagon room. It's like it's smaller than a prison cell, but it's nice. It's got my character's name on the door, so I know where it is. It's easy to find. I like it.
That's the dream.
That's the dream. And we've got a very special guest. This is Tess Rafferty.
Yes.
She is a comedian. She does the stand-up, and she writes for comedy shows. She's got a book called Recipes for Disaster. It's like a memoir about dinner parties that went wrong. And she's got a podcast.
I do with Laura House, who unfortunately couldn't be here with us this evening.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah,
it would have been great to have you guys together.
Yeah, because
you do the podcast together.
It's hard to schedule them together.
Yeah, they're very...
And we have such a great unnatural rapport. Yeah.
That's a great way to describe it.
It's regrets only.
Yes.
And so you can follow us on Twitter at regretsonlypod.
And it's about they talk about life regrets that they have, and the regrets from the week, and regrets that other people have or
it's
should
very
have.
cleansing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good podcast. I really like it. You should listen to it.
Todd was a guest. He had a great episode.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I enjoyed doing it, and I would do it again. But there was a lot of tension between me and Laura House, so I don't know how that. I don't. Yeah, but she's got a boyfriend and I got a wife, and you know.
It just wasn't meant to be. Like, just let it go. Just like look.
Let it go.
Like, it's like a bus.
It's just another regret for me to have.
In another life.
In another life. In a parallel dimension. Hey, I got popcorn. Do you guys have popcorn?
There it is.
Cheers.
Oh, it tastes like a problem.
We've done that, so now it's time for Rash Judgments. That is the segment of this show where we're talking about the movies that are coming out this weekend in the theaters. Have we seen the movies? No. Can we still offer opinions? Yes. This is the internet. Don't need an education to give it an opinion.
Nope.
We just get to do it. Yeah. So, Steve Skelton, what's your Rash Judgment for?
You guys, my Rash Judgment is for the movie called Tomorrowland. Starring professional, handsome, elderly man George Clooney.
It's a movie based on an area.
Yeah, an area of Disneyland that is their future world of tomorrow. And it's about a tween girl who finds like a pin that lets her go into the alternate world of Tomorrowland, and then she finds George Clooney and goes, "Let me know about this pin." And Clooney goes, "Ah!" And then smiling robot guys show up to try and kill them, and then they go to Tomorrowland, and there's an adventure. It looks like it is, but however, it's from Brad Bird.
I like Brad Bird.
Iron Giant.
You cannot lie.
Iron Giant, Incredibles, Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol, the best of the Mission Impossibles.
Yeah, exactly.
So it kind of looks like kind of a rollicking, adventure-y show. I kind of want to see it.
Well, you know,
I'm guarded because it's like about a part of the Disney park.
Yeah.
but it's Brad Bird, so
They're just gonna fuck that whore in every orifice till she just fucking keels over like that horse at the end of Gone with the Wind, aren't they?
That's true. Every
What
ride.
else?
We're out of rides. We'll just do the areas.
We're gonna do 3D glasses, the movie. What else do we got? We got Mickey Mouse ears, the movie.
Yeah. I'll see it though. It's
So,
a PG adventure film. I was at Disneyland last week.
Oh, were you?
And I was in Tomorrowland.
You lucky dog.
I was in Tomorrowland. Yeah, you know how I love going to Disneyland.
You love it.
Waiting in lines in the sun.
Totally fine for your skin type, by the way.
Yeah, it's great for me. I went on Space Mountain, which is in Tomorrowland.
Oh, I love Space. I do love Space Mountain.
Yeah, if that's any indication, Tomorrowland's going to be a great movie. We've got another Rash Judgment from our missing pig, Steve Falk, and because his Rash Judgments are probably the most important, we've constructed a special room.
Yeah, the Film Pigs Auditorium.
Yeah, in which to see these Rash Judgments. So we're going to adjourn ourselves to the special Rash Judgment screening room. Tess.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Here we go, guys. Off to the screening.
Hey, Todd.
Hey kids, my Rash Judgment is for a family picture called The Human Centipede 3. Yeah, Tom Six is back to his old disgusting ways of filmmaking. This one's in like a Guantanamo, and I don't know, it's meta. They talk about the first two movies and how they're medically accurate or scientifically or whatever. You know, it kind of looks dumb. I really like the first one, never saw the second one, but this is just like, I don't know, too meta for its own good. But so I'm going to swing around in my chair instead, so you get sick. Human Centipede 3, I probably will not see it because it just looks like a waste of time. But, you know, that's the truth.
Whew. That was exciting to see Steve Falk. Oh, sorry, Tess. I just hit you in the hand with my knee. That must have hurt a lot.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it did.
I'm really sorry. It was weird to see Falk's face that big, though. So
I didn't like it.
That's how big his face always looks to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Just like
He's like Paul
Okay,
Bunyan.
I'm here. What is this? A surprise party?
I thought I saw you
We're
in.
6:30 today. We're gonna do a thing.
You guys,
what
this
is
is
this?
supposed to be me. This
No,
was
no, no.
What are you talking about?
You're next week's guest.
Doing a.
You're next week's guest.
That's not a real
Laura.
thing.
She doesn't let me have anything on my own.
so
Everything
weird.
has to be with her all the time.
I thought-
Laura.
I'm sorry, Tess.
What's
I
happening?
apologize. I don't know. I thought I saw Laura in the Steve Falk Rash Judgment screening room, and
It was
I was
dark.
Was
I'm
that her?
periscoping you. I'm periscoping you.
Okay,
I'm
all right. Okay.
periscoping.
All right.
What a shock. She found my popcorn.
I'm sorry, Tess. Your Rash Judgment, please.
She okay?
You have a Rash Judgment, Tess? I don't know.
Yes, my rash judgment is that Laura needs attention all the time. Okay, this week my movie was Poltergeist, the 2015 version, not to be confused with the classic with Jo Beth Williams and a young Craig T. Nelson.
Coach.
Coach.
Yeah, Coach.
Thank God they're bringing that show back, huh, guys?
He technically wasn't really all that young in this movie, but like comparatively, if you see him now and you look back, you're like, oh, that's Craig T. Nelson when he's young.
He was born middle-aged.
Yes,
He was
very,
actually
very handsome.
He came out of his mom's vagina middle-aged.
He was, yeah, he
It
was
was a
born
hard
a character
birth.
actor.
Yeah, she passed during the birth. It's very sad.
Wow. It's dark.
That's so sad, and yet I would watch that movie before I'd watch this Poltergeist. It stars Jared Harris as the Zelda Rubinstein medium role, you know, the Look Into the Light Carol Ann. Now it's Jared Harris, who we last saw hanging himself at Sterling Cooper, Draper, and Price.
Son of
God
Richard.
rest. Son of Richard, yes.
Yep.
He also had a great storyline on not the X-Files. What was that called? Fringe.
Oh, Fringe. Yeah, that's right.
He was
Yes.
great on Fringe.
And he was on the short-lived show The Riches with Eddie
Oh, he
Izzard.
was.
Yeah,
Or however you say that guy's name.
Izzard.
It depends on where you are in Europe.
Izzard.
Yeah.
It was a good show. He was quite good on that.
So he plays the medium in this, but you know, in the trailer, he actually says, "What you have here is a poltergeist. So minus points for that, because they never say poltergeist in the movie Poltergeist. It's just some fucking freaky shit that happens.
It's a disturbance.
Does
It's
he,
a
Does he look right into the camera like that when he says?
He looks right into my soul and destroys my childhood memories, is what he does.
Oh, that's very sad.
And then he also tips the whole cemetery thing. You hear him say in the trailer, this housing development was built on an old cemetery. Which is like the whole twist of the movie was that you find out it's a Native American burial ground.
Right. What,
Yeah, you didn't move the bodies.
Yeah.
Yeah, you moved the tombstones, but you didn't move the bodies.
What? Like how? But he says, didn't you? He says,
Or didn't you? Yeah.
You didn't move the bodies, but you moved the tombstones, didn't
Didn't
ya?
you? Like it's a
And
pop
he says
song
it
lyric.
like 4 times. Didn't ya?
It's just not. It doesn't have the same sense of like, oh shit, what the fuck is happening? This is the scariest thing I've ever seen in my life. First of all, she she gets sucked into a TV again, but it's like 2015. Like, what kids are watching TVs? Like, shouldn't she be getting sucked into a Yahoo screen or something or
Yeah,
iPod?
and what TV is she watching where there's snow on it? Like what? That's
Unless she's watching like YouTube videos of snow.
Yeah. See, snow kids. Why don't you explain to kids what snow is?
Snow is precipitation. It's basically frozen rain that falls down.
I meant it on TV.
Oh.
But they know what the other snow is.
Snow on TV. Not all of them.
Some kids are really
on
dumb.
TV is just like static. It's just static. It's white.
No signal.
Crappy,
And it used
no
to
signal.
happen when you hit a channel you didn't
Yeah.
get.
Well, back when they made the first Poltergeist.
It's like when you don't have a Wi-Fi signal.
Yeah, well, back when they made the first Poltergeist, and I remember one of the things that was creepy about it is you'd hear that going off the air national anthem.
Yeah.
They'd have the weird, like, cheesy pictures of streams and beavers and
flag
shit,
and
flags, and then as soon as the national anthem stopped, the whole thing would just shut down.
Yeah,
and go
just
shh. And that was actually creepy.
It was really creepy, and she says they're here, and there's also like, and for no reason in the first movie, this clown comes to life. This toy clown just comes to life and tries to strangle the shit out of some kid, and then they try to contextualize it. And this is all just in the trailer. They try to put it like make it make sense in the trailer, like, well, they know what you're afraid of. They can read your thoughts. The poltergeists. They can read your thoughts and they know what you're afraid of. And so don't think what you're afraid of. So I guess you're supposed to believe that this like kid is afraid of this clown and that's why it's coming to life. But it's really silly because he's an adolescent boy and the only thing adolescent boys are afraid of are being caught masturbating.
Oh.
So.
Yeah,
Mom, I'm busy.
Yeah, like that doesn't
I'm
happen.
a middle-aged man and I'm still afraid of that.
I actually kind of want to get caught.
Depends on who catches you.
Yeah, really.
That's how
It
you
really
can
does.
finish.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Otherwise, it's a long
Oh,
night.
thank God you caught me. Oh!
Don't look at me like that.
So I'm gonna be that person who's like, remake can't be as good as the original, but the remake can't be as good as the
No.
original. I'm not saying.
Yeah.
All
Okay,
right.
that's Rash Judgments. Thanks, Tess. That was wonderful. Thanks, Steve Falk. Thanks, Steve Skelton. The Rash Judgments I thought were really, really great. That brings us up to our what we call our mid-segment, which I'm realizing right now makes no sense because it comes right before the end of the show. It's not really in the middle of the show.
Well, I mean, if you're talking pure minute and second measurement, I mean,
Yeah,
but
it's like
fuck that one up.
Yeah, it's a loose.
Kids, explain what mid is to Tom.
Yeah, please. But this one's kind of exciting. I'm excited about it because GeekNation is launching a new series of late night talk shows on the internet.
Good time for it. There's not enough late night talk shows out there.
There really aren't, especially on the internet.
Yeah.
So these will only be available on the internet late at night.
in like a specific window.
Yeah,
of time.
they'll only be available.
What time zones? Like in every time zone late at night?
In all time zones late at night. They have like a system of.
They've thought this through.
There's an algorithm.
Yeah, there's algorithm.
There's always an algorithm.
In Australia, the shows will
That's how
play
they-
backwards. The shows spin backwards in Australia. It's weird, but it's a new thing. I'm very excited about it. But this is what they call this in the business backdoor pilot, which is sort of what we're showing here on our mid segment. Backdoor pilot, meaning like it like sneaks up on you. And,
I hate it when a backdoor pilot accidentally comes on my mid-segment. Can I just fucking hit me with something?
that was
That was
Both
terrible.
hilarious
I'm
and
ashamed.
oddly sexy.
They're all terms you can search for.
Yeah, this show is called Geek Night, and the host is our
It's that.
own Steve
Oh,
Skelton.
that's the one. Oh,
And
good.
we've
This is
gotten
exciting.
permission
Yeah.
to show the pilot episode of this show. So, without further ado, what should we?
I just think, hey, thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining us, and roll it.
There it is. It's time for Geek Night with Steve Skelton, with tonight's special guest Tess Rafferty and Laura House. Here's your host, Steve.
Great. Hey, everybody. Thanks for coming to the show tonight. Hello and welcome. How's it going there, Todd?
Great.
Great intro there for me. Really.
Thank you. You look great tonight, Steve.
Thank you. You look fantastic
Oh,
yourself.
thank you very much.
Boy, there is a lot happening in geek news, let me tell you guys. First thing I can think of is that Avengers Age of Ultron. You've all seen that movie, right? Yeah. There's that big brouhaha. There's a little brouhaha.
A
there, Todd,
brouhaha?
yeah. Well, with the toys. Because the toys don't have Black Widow in them. The one lady member of the Avengers.
The Scarlett Johansson.
Scarlett Johansson. It's all dudes. They replace her with other dudes. I mean, it's almost like the entertainment industry is, I don't know, filled with assholes who hate women.
Assholes.
It's not really so much. It's not really a punchline though. It's kind of just more of a
No, is that it for your
more of an
opening?
awkward truth.
Do you have any more?
No, that's it. That's the whole thing. So maybe we should let's get this show started.
Let's do the show.
Let's start the show. You got over here quick.
Yeah, great opening monologue.
Yeah, I really kind of wish the writers had spent more time on it.
Yeah, they did their best.
Anyway, hey everybody, let's bring out our first guest. It's Tess Rafferty. Fantastic. Thank you for coming by.
Well, Van Nuys is right down the street from where I live.
Oh, awesome. That's amazing. Now, most people don't know, but Tess Rafferty, she's a prolific writer. She's written for The Soup. She writes for At Midnight.
Wrote for At Midnight. Yes, past tense.
Past tense.
And,
Totally cool with it.
And has a book out, Recipes for Disaster. It's a memoir about disastrous dinner parties. It's fantastic. Should go on to Amazon and buy it.
I also read it. You can buy it on Audible.
Oh, you don't
wow.
even have to read.
You don't even have to
So
read.
much better now.
Oh,
Now
that's
it's like more
amazing.
in my demographic.
Yeah.
Isn't the future great?
I'm thinking maybe you can help us with a bit of a problem.
Okay.
Because earlier today, Todd told me something in strictest confidence. And
How nice that you're sharing it with all of
yeah,
us.
it was an issue that he had at a recent gathering. He was at a celebration of the 70th anniversary of World War II. And he tased a survivor of Omaha Beach. And it's
How nice that you're able to meet one. I thought most of them were probably dead.
Yeah.
well, that's part of the problem. But and I'm quoting Todd here, and correct me if I'm wrong, but the reason you did it was because he was hogging all the attention.
I think you're taking it out of context.
Perhaps. But Tess, what do you think maybe he could have done instead?
Jesus, I don't know, pissed on a statue of the baby Jesus, maybe. Said something offensive about a Native American. I don't know. Said that Hitler had some good ideas. That any of those things, would have probably detracted
I think
from
you have said that in the past.
tasing a World War II vet. Would you like to contextualize this for us?
It was just, I felt threatened.
Look, if he was white, you're in the clear. If he's black, you've got problems.
He was a white guy.
Awesome. Well, then nothing to worry about.
Nothing to worry about.
Oh, okay,
Okay, great.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tess.
Yeah.
I'm glad we got that covered. So let's bring out our next guest. It's Laura House. Oh, look at this. There we go. Yes, this is Laura House is a very talented and hilarious comedian. She's also the star of the web series How to Hate Yourself.
Yeah, howtohateyourself.com. And then I'm also doing a solo show at the Fringe Festival in June. Hollywood Fringe. Hollywood.
California, not Florida. Just in case.
Hollywood.
Yeah,
People around the world watch this, Laura.
No one thinks
This
it's
is a global
Florida.
Hollywood. So yeah, definitely check that out. And a lot of people don't know this, but you also teach meditation.
I teach meditation. Mm-hmm.
Todd told me something the other day, also in strictest confidence.
Fuck you do now.
That Todd is having trouble sleeping, and the only way he can get to sleep, from what he tells me, is if he wears a cloth diaper. But he still has terrible night sweats and uncontrollable gas. What kind of meditation do you
I'd
think?
like to say I hear that a lot, but this seems very unusual and awful.
I guess. I didn't think we were going to talk about this.
Well, but I mean, it's because it's the stress, and she knows meditation. I figure they could probably
Yeah,
help.
let's do some simple breathing. Simple, just focus on your breath and try to let go. If you try to let go of your stress and not your bowels.
Okay.
That's my 2
breathe.
cents.
Yeah, that's great advice.
Yeah, just breathe, man.
I'm glad you brought it up. Thanks.
Yeah, no, I think we got a lot of good advice for you today.
Do we
Todd.
have any more guests?
No, I think that's
Oh,
it for the
good.
show, everybody. I'd like to thank my guests, Laura House and Tess Rafferty. Of course, my good friend Todd Anderson.
Yeah, it's got a lot of problems.
Don't
Yeah,
forget
that
the
guy.
Robert.
But a lot of solutions for those problems.
Oh, good.
So thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you next time. Good night.
Holy mackerel, that was amazing.
We're back.
I can't.
We are back. We are back.
I don't know what part of the world I'm going to be in when this show starts airing regularly.
But you will probably miss it because there's a very narrow window you'll be able to see.
I'm going to do everything I can to stay up late and watch it because it looks
You're gonna have to
great.
get like an old VCR out of storage and hook it to your computer and then program it to record.
Right.
That's how you get sucked into the poltergeists.
Yeah, you have to be
You gotta be careful. Yeah, you have to be
That
careful.
VCR
Yeah.
hooked up to the computer.
It's cool that you got Tess to be your first guest.
It was
on the
fantastic.
pilot.
I was so excited.
What was
And
the other lady's name who was on the?
Laura House and
Oh.
hey,
I'm
She's
here
like
for-
Beetlejuice. You see
I'm
her
here to
big
do
ones
the
and she
thing.
shows up.
You shut your lip.
You're-
This is my
You're next week. Laura,
Yeah,
you're
no,
next
she's-
week.
video
You're next week.
podcast. This is my vlog.
You're
That
next week.
kombucha
I don't
root
know
beer is
why-
really
I'm
having an effect on
You're
you.
it.
I don't know what your handlers told you, but you're next
My
week.
agent said you're fired, and then I wrote down this date
All
to
right,
do
you're-
your show.
Okay, when your agent can't fire you,
that
you've hired your agent. You can fire your agent.
is
I mean, your agent can drop you.
They
That's
can,
it.
yeah, they can fire you. Yeah. All right.
All right.
Well.
Sorry, Laura. We'll see you next week.
next week.
Okay?
You're
I'm
not supposed to be here till
periscoping
next.
you.
Okay.
I don't know. Okay.
I'm
That's-
periscoping you.
Okay.
It's really a shame what she's become ever since the cancellation of Austin Stories.
Yeah, it's
It's just, yeah,
it
she's-
is awkward, but it's nice of you to have her do that podcast with you.
Yeah, Regrets Only, at Regrets Only Pod on Twitter. We're on Libsyn, we're on iTunes, we're on Facebook. Come check us out.
It's
Yeah.
a great show. I really like it.
Yeah, Todd was one of our guests. He was fantastic.
I was.
We had
I'm
lots
not
of
saying it
fun.
because of that.
She's not always like this. Just when the spotlight's on me.
Listen, or you'll regret it.
Okay, Laura. Next week.
Yeah.
Next week. Yeah.
Save it for next week.
Is she okay?
Do you need to talk to her?
No, I just, she doesn't like it when I have attention on myself. Like it has to always be her, and if it's not, I don't get anything for myself, Todd. I don't get anything for myself.
I'm super
We're
sorry.
working it out. We're in showbiz therapy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm super sorry.
That's okay. That's
On that bit of a downer note, despite this blow up, I've had a great.
I'm just a girl
Oh boy.
standing in front of a
Okay.
concession stand saying,
God damn it,
love
Laura!
you.
I've had enough. Oh my God, you're not even really
Whoa,
drunk.
whoa,
You've
whoa,
been sober
whoa,
for
whoa,
years now.
whoa.
I don't know what this is all
Whoa,
about.
whoa, whoa,
like she's so
whoa.
fucking jealous of me. I don't have anything.
Whoa! What did you just say? You love me?
Oh my God! You don't have enough
This is about-
attention. You were
this
just
is
on
about-
Hawaii Five-0.
This is about love.
We
This is
hear about
love.
the commercial
It's
you
about
just
love.
did. All the,
It's about love.
I don't get anything.
I would like to
I'm
thank
getting my
Steve
agent on the
Falk,
phone.
Steve Skelton, our special guest, Tess Rafferty.
Mordecai.
This is my new lover, Laura House. I've been your host,
I told
Todd
you
Anderson.
no more bookings with Laura
and until
House.
next time, the concession stand is closed due to health code violations.
There's bugs in the Raisinets.